Jacob, having fulfilled his years of service to Laban, now turned his face homeward. He embarked upon the long journey back to the land of his fathers, a land he had left in haste and fear so many years before. The weight of his past deeds and the uncertainty of his future pressed heavily upon his spirit. As he journeyed, a profound and unexpected encounter unfolded before him. Messengers of God appeared, a host of divine beings surrounding him with their presence. This celestial vision offered a glimpse into the spiritual realities that often remain unseen. Jacob, recognizing the sacred nature of this moment, named the place Mahanaim. This name, meaning two camps, held a deeper significance than merely describing the visible scene. It spoke of a division, a duality, that would echo throughout his life and the destiny of his descendants. The name Mahanaim foreshadowed the future separation of his people and the eventual division of his possessions. It was a prophetic utterance, marking a place where the earthly and the divine converged, hinting at the complexities yet to come. Yet, as Jacob drew nearer to his ancestral home, a profound apprehension began to grip his heart. He feared a potentially hostile encounter with his estranged brother Esau, whose wrath he had so cunningly provoked decades earlier. The memory of his deception lingered, a shadow over his return. In a strategic move, Jacob dispatched messengers ahead of him to the land of Seir, where Esau resided. These envoys carried a carefully crafted message, designed to soften his brother's heart and gauge his disposition. The message was conciliatory, acknowledging Esau's status and authority. Jacob expressed a humble desire to find favor in Esau's eyes, hoping to avert any lingering animosity. He sought not to demand, but to plead for understanding and peace, recognizing the precariousness of his position. The messengers returned with news that sent a chill through Jacob's very being. Esau was indeed approaching, but not alone. He was accompanied by 400 men. This formidable retinue immediately suggested a hostile intent, igniting Jacob's deepest fears. Jacob was gripped by intense terror and distress upon hearing this ominous report. The specter of Esau's vengeance, long dormant, now loomed large and immediate. He envisioned the destruction of all he had painstakingly built. In a desperate attempt to mitigate potential disaster, Jacob strategically divided his company and all his possessions into two separate camps. This division was a calculated tactic, a desperate hope that if one camp were attacked, the other might yet escape. Overwhelmed by fear and uncertainty, Jacob turned to the only source of true refuge. He poured out his heart in a fervent prayer to God, seeking protection and deliverance from the impending confrontation. His words were a testament to his profound dependence. He humbly recalled God's divine promise of protection and prosperity, a covenant made long ago at Bethel. Jacob reminded God of his own words, clinging to the assurance of divine faithfulness in his hour of need. Jacob acknowledged his utter unworthiness of all the kindness and faithfulness God had shown him. He confessed his smallness, recognizing that he had crossed the Jordan with only his staff, and now returned with two great companies. He pleaded specifically for deliverance from the hand of his brother, Esau. The fear of violence, of the sword, was palpable in his supplication, a raw and honest cry from a man facing his past. Jacob expressed his profound fear that Esau might come and attack not only him, but also his wives and children. The thought of his family suffering due to his past transgressions was unbearable, driving his desperate plea. Following his heartfelt prayer, Jacob embarked on another strategic endeavor. He prepared a truly generous gift of livestock, intended to appease Esau and soften his heart before their direct meeting. This was an act of profound humility and calculated diplomacy, The gift was extensive, comprising 200 female goats and 20 male goats, 200 ewes and 20 rams. It also included 30 milking camels with their young, 40 cows and 10 bulls, and 20 female donkeys with 10 male donkeys. He instructed his servants to present these animals in successive waves, each group separated by a distance. This staggered presentation was designed to create a cumulative effect, building anticipation and demonstrating the magnitude of his offering. The purpose of this elaborate, staggered presentation was to gradually soften Esau's heart. Jacob hoped that by the time he finally met his brother, the gifts would have paved the way for a more peaceful reception. Jacob hoped these numerous gifts would appease Esau's anger and resentment before their direct confrontation. He believed that such a lavish display of generosity might turn his brother's heart from vengeance to reconciliation. That night, with the impending encounter weighing heavily upon him, Jacob took another decisive step. He moved his entire family and all his possessions across the Jabbok River, seeking a moment of solitude before the dawn. After his family and all his belongings had safely crossed the river, Jacob found himself utterly alone. In this profound solitude, a mysterious and transformative encounter awaited him, one that would forever alter his destiny. He wrestled with a man until the breaking of dawn, a struggle that transcended the physical realm. This was no ordinary adversary, but a divine manifestation, challenging Jacob's very essence and will. During the intense struggle, the man touched the hollow of Jacob's hip, dislocating it with a single touch. This physical injury served as a tangible mark of the profound spiritual battle he had endured. The man, unable to prevail against Jacob's unwavering resolve, blessed him and bestowed upon him a new name, Israel. This name, meaning he struggles with God, signified his enduring struggle with both divine and human beings, and his ultimate triumph. Jacob, recognizing the divine presence in his mysterious opponent, named the place Peniel. This name, meaning face of God, marked the site where he had seen God face to face, yet his life was preserved. Jacob was left with a profound physical injury, limping due to his dislocated hip, a constant reminder of his night of wrestling. Yet he also carried a new name, Israel, a testament to his spiritual transformation and enduring strength. This extraordinary encounter at Peniel established a lasting custom among the Israelites. To this day, they do not eat the sciatic muscle, which is on the hip socket, in remembrance of Jacob's injury and his divine struggle.